Hello, welcome to the podcast about studying abroad. So, my name is Sergio. I'm from Portugal. I studied history and I'm a teacher.
I'm Luis. I am also from Portugal. I studied mechanical engineering and I also had the experience to do a study abroad.
I'm Ola. I'm from Poland and I applied for fashion design in Denmark.
Okay, so we all know the Erasmus Plus programs about studying abroad and the Erasmus Mundus, but there are many other kinds of scholarships you can apply for. For example, the Ola's one, she just talked. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, in general, for
European Union, yeah?
European members, the studies are for free. And also, you can get a SU scholarship. And only if you will work at least 10 hours a week, you will get money from the government.
Okay. So, and what is your experience, Luis, about what you did? You did to Erasmus, right?
Yes. My experience was an Erasmus plus semester. I found out in my school they did presentations. They show the benefits of doing Erasmus, what kind of documents and what kind of also scholarships they give to you. So I applied to study abroad. I studied in Prague for one semester, and
Nice,
then
nice.
I studied 6 months in Hungary, Budapest. So this experience is very good for European Union citizens. You can get a scholarship to study abroad. You will get enough money to live and eat in the country, and you also get support from people working for Erasmus exchange programs.
Yes, that's nice because financial issues could show up if you're studying abroad.
Yes.
For example, your program, Ola, has this kind of work study thing. Can you explain us a little bit about it?
Yeah, in general, you have to work at least 10 hours per week and apply for the scholarship after 2 months. And yeah.
So Sergio, and what about you? You didn't study abroad, right? But you have some experience.
Yes, I didn't have any Erasmus program like studying abroad. All my interactions with the Erasmus was this kind of experience, like youth exchanges. But I am part of the Erasmus student network in my university, and basically, it's a full-time job almost sometimes. We are volunteers, basically taking care of the Erasmus and people from other programs that are studying in our university, taking care of every part of their life which is not bureaucratic, let's say, helping them finding a house, helping them getting around the public transports, making parties for them, showing our history, our culture, our food, everything. And yeah, it's an amazing experience.
Yes, it's a good work also because when I studied, I also had help from other students studying in Czech Republic.
You had a buddy, right?
Yes, I had a buddy, and he helped me with transportation, how I could go to the university, what kind of transportation I should take in Czech Republic, how the transportation works, and he also helped me a lot with accommodation. So it's a very good program for people that don't know for sure how to take care of documents and also a lot of stuff.
Yes, there are many problems that could show up. Even going to the supermarket can be a quest because you try to buy something that you want to cook with, but you have no idea what's written there. For example, Ola, when you go to Denmark, if you want to make pierogi or something, you're going to have a quest in front of you because the ingredients, everything is in different language, for example. Or let's say even a simple task like going to the hospital can be a bureaucratic nightmare.
Yeah. And you, Olga, do you think you have some help in Denmark?
No, I think I have to take care of everything by myself and I don't get any help.
Just contact the local Erasmus student network. They will help you with everything. We help any kind of student. Like, it doesn't need to be an international program specifically. You just need to be someone studying in university that needs help. There's an ESN for you.
I thought that I had to be an Erasmus student to.
No, you just need to be an international student, and you can be part of every activity. This, yeah,
Okay,
you should do
Luis,
it.
could you tell me something more about your experience? What are the pros and cons?
Yes, for sure. There's a lot of things that you will get a wonderful experience in Erasmus, and the best part about Erasmus is the people you met. It's like you meet people from all over, from every country in Europe, for example. You can meet people from Spain, from Hungary, from Czech Republic, from Poland, and you build a lot of connection in during your Erasmus experience.
Yeah, you get
They-
a friend in each country. You get
Yeah.
like a family in Europe, like this.
So it's just a feeling that you go alone to a place, and then you in 6 months you know that you have to build a very good relationship. You get to know the city with your friends. You get to basically have one of the best experiences for 6 months. You can also travel around the countries. It's very cheap, the transportation. So you, for example, if you are in Czech Republic, you can visit Hungary, you can visit Poland, you can go to Vienna, you can go to Germany, and it's very easy. Other thing that is more difficult is sometimes the studies is the difficult part. You might have problems with the language. Some people have more problems explaining the material in English, and also some students have some more problems understanding what professors are explaining. But of course, you always have help from other students. If you want to help from other professors, they will try to help you, and yeah, you can share your difficulties with other students, and they will help you for sure. And one difficult thing for sure, it's transportation, and I got a funny story to tell because it was in the beginning and I didn't understand how the transportation worked. So I got a bus and I tried to go to my school, and eventually I found out that I was lost, and
Where did you end up?
I end up in a small village, in a small place. Nobody was there, and there was no bus leaving to the city center again. So I had to wait 2 hours alone and just waiting for public transportation. And yeah, that's always the difficult part, but it can be a funny story in the end.
Yeah, I bet you did. So, Ola, what is your expectations about going to study in Denmark?
I think I want to broaden my horizons, to just get out from my comfort zone. And I really like that in Denmark you can get a lot of practical skills. You work in a team, and my university has a really good background teaching fashion design. So I hope it will help me to get the job of my dream. So Sergio, uh, with your experience with Erasmus student, how do you think it impacts on people?
So, I can tell you a story about a specific Erasmus we had, which was Marek from Kozice, and he came to Braga. He was this kind of nerdy informatic engineer guy, introvert, and he showed up to our activities in the Erasmus student network. And basically, in the beginning, he was shy and everything, but we and the other Erasmus, we integrated him so well that he became the star of that year. And in the end, we have prizes in the end of the year during a gala dinner, like the Emmys or the Oscars. And basically, he won the award of the best Erasmus of the year. And people threw him in the air and everything. So this guy from the middle of Europe came to Braga, and he completely changed. He had the experience he maybe would never have if he continued studying in Kozice. And I think that's how studying abroad can impact the life of people. So, as you can see, being afraid of studying abroad is something normal, but battling this fear is part of the experience. So don't be afraid.
Hello,
Just go
people.
for
We
it.
are here in Poland and we are about to start a podcast about Erasmus Plus projects. We are 4 people, and my name is Vlad from Romania.
I'm Kinga from Poland.
Murilo from Portugal.
And Victoria from Poland.
Hopefully you will be excited to hear us about this topic, and maybe you'll make some decisions after you listen to it. So, how was your experiences, guys, with the Erasmus Plus project, especially youth exchanges? Who wants to start?
Maybe I can start because it's my first project and it's my second day, and actually I don't have any experience yet, but I have 5 days before the ending, so after the ending, so I have time and I think it will be great.
And until now, how did you like the project?
Actually, I learned really more things, really more about cultural, about Romania exactly, because they have evening international night yesterday. Tomorrow, exactly, I learned about Slovakia, yeah, or something.
It's today night. Today. If it's about Slovakia, it's today night.
Okay,
today
okay.
is Slovakia.
But I really like it, and I know I take next Erasmus exactly later or something because I like this project.
And did you had any expectation before coming to this youth exchange?
Actually, I want to try. I want to new people and new cultures and know language, and it's okay.
Was it hard to make the decision of coming here?
No, it wasn't because I have option to study in school or going to Erasmus, and it's simple choose. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Everybody
Took the chance.
took the chance. Good, thank you for your answer. Who wants to be the next?
Hey, I can be. You want to
fucking-
be
Feel free.
first?
No,
nobody
Feel
cares
free.
about
No,
me. You can
come
be. You
on,
can be.
come on, don't be shy.
No, ladies first.
Don't be
Ladies
shy.
first, okay, Murilo.
Okay. I will give my honest opinion. I love the Erasmus projects.
Can you repeat again? I didn't.
I love the Erasmus projects.
How
And how
many
many-
projects do you do? Participants?
Five,
Oh.
6.
You remember the countries?
Yes, Georgia.
Where?
Oh, nice.
Georgia.
Georgia. Oh,
It's
nice.
amazing. The food. And the nature.
And the girls.
I like more Polish.
Oh.
But it's cool. The wine is amazing. The wine is very cheap and people give you for free. Like the village people, and they're very kind and take photos with you only because you are black. Really,
Okay, this
It's
has
still
to be.
exotic for them.
it is. They never see a black person, and when I was there, like walking to see the thing, people are like, "Oh, can I take a photo with you?" Just one photo, and I was, why not?
You
So
would
you-
feel like a famous person.
Yeah, and they give me wine for free, so I think it's.
But do you don't feel weird when people start?
He was a star.
Like star movie or something.
But imagine somebody coming at you like, oh, you're black. I want to take a picture. Like,
It was.
But by the
Like
way, I
dark
have something
chocolate.
like this in Edinburgh
Really?
when I've been there with Chinese or some Asian people. Like, oh, can we make a picture with you because you are blonde? We never see it, girl like you or something like this. And it was similar something. So yeah, people are doing it.
okay, so just for our listeners, the Murilo guy is black. Just for you, just for you to know why we're talking about this.
Nice
Okay,
to
so keep going about Georgia.
It was amazing, but it's kind of cool because in my country people don't care if I'm black or white, so I'm kind of different. Like, nobody cares.
Normal.
Like she said, nobody cares. But in Georgia, people care because I'm black, and okay.
So that was a nice experience. What other countries have you been?
I've been in Reunion Island, close to Madagascar,
Yes.
a very small island, and
Lucky you!
It's
Really?
island in Union Europe.
no, it belongs to
So-
France, but the project is from the Union European because they belong to France. So It's island from France, so we can go there and we stay together with the people from there. They speak a lot of French and English, and they are. I don't know how to say much because in that time it was my first project, I think, and I was not mature enough to enjoy all the projects. So I think it's important to have like maturity to have fun and to talk with the people and try to understand. Yes.
So can you say that after the 5 or 6 Erasmus projects that you did, they changed you
Yes, of course, of course.
in good or in a bad way?
Good.
Can you give me some examples of how an youth exchange improved your life?
Because I could understand more people, new people, different people from my country, so I can know their history, how they think, how they live, and that opened more my mind and to see the country.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, it's amazing to have that opportunity.
What would you say to the new people that have never been into an Erasmus project? What would be your advice for them?
Just go.
I think they should be brave and take a challenge and be here on Erasmus project.
You, Kinga, what would you say to your listeners?
Yeah, definitely you should take a chance and don't be shy and open your mind, open your heart and just join to Erasmus Plus projects.
Good. And you have also been in Erasmus projects, right,
Yes,
Kinga? How many?
I have huge experience, maybe not huge, but I've been, I think now it's 11,
Oh damn!
yeah, 11th project. And listen, after coronavirus, I was missed project so much. I took a part even on project online.
Ah,
This
yes,
February, yes.
There are
because
Erasmus project online.
online, yeah.
But
It
they are
was-
not boring. No.
No, I didn't know what should I expect, but it was like, oh my God, it can be fun as well. I can meet some
Really?
new friends as well, yeah. So it was great, and I have been on Sicily, for example, in
Sicily?
France,
Oh.
Sicily, yeah, in France, in Lithuania, Turkey 2 times. What?
Because you see a lot of new people and pretty guys or girls.
Murillo is only
But
interested
come
in
on,
girls.
Erasmus are not only about the pretty guys and girls.
It's a little part.
It's a part,
It's,
of course, but
it's a
not-
little part. It's a,
It's a huge part,
it's a
yes.
huge part. It's a huge part. Yeah.
Yes, but we are not going there only to make a parties and meet people, because we are having serious topics,
Yeah.
like for example discrimination, environment, animal rights.
Development.
So it's it's super important topics, and it's super because I could open my mind to many problems what I never had in my life.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes we don't even know some people are having this kind of problems, and now I more understand many people's, and I know how to help, for example, someone who have this problem or something like this. And yes, so that's why I recommend all of you to be a part of this.
So
But-
if you,
Okay.
I will like finish with just a few things.
Okay.
But now I have one more question for you. If you, so you can say that it has improved your life.
Yeah, and sorry, I wanted to add as well, because on my first project I didn't speak English almost at all,
Really?
really. And after project by project, because always after project you are in contact with people, so I had to learn English, because I wanted to be in contact. And after project, my English was improved more and more and more, and now I can speak like you can see.
So you can,
Yeah.
good job. So you can say that you're saying that your English, basically you learn English through Erasmus.
Yeah,
Youth
yeah.
exchange.
Of course, I had
The-
always learn at home, and I start to watch series or film in English to improve more. But Erasmus was the best way to learn English. Yeah,
Better than class in school.
that's definitely, definitely.
Would you all want to go again in Erasmus youth exchanges?
For sure.
What would be in which country would you like to be, all of you, to make an Erasmus? Country, island?
I really like to be in France and Romania before your night.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah.
After his night, you mean?
After,
Yes.
We have projects in Romania. I'm gonna invite you.
Okay.
Romanian and Czech Republic.
Ooh, I was in Czech Republic.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so lucky. Fuck.
Yes. I was in the city.
It's not.
I was in the city. That is the. I shouldn't say that on podcast, but we will talk later. But
Oh.
in
Now you're giving my points. Now you're giving.
yes. But in Czech Republic, beer is more cheap than water.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like
No.
not fucking kidding.
It's kind of joke.
No, it's not. I was in
But
Ostrava.
you can drink water from the tap, so it's.
Yeah, no, I'm seriously. There is like I think 20 cents or 30 cents.
20.
Exactly. It's not like a best beer, but it's cheaper than the fucking water.
Damn.
Yeah, it was nice. But let's not talk about only alcohol. So, dear listeners,
What about your experience,
your
Vlad?
opinion.
I am the interviewer, and we already passed the 10 minute. I'm just gonna end with some things. As my friends say, yeah, the youth exchanges can improve your life a lot, and they improved mine because I have, I think, over 15 youth exchanges, and I have seen myself developing and growing, and I am who I am today because of the people that I meet in
Yeah.
Erasmus, and most of them, like
The same.
most of my skills
From Erasmus.
is from youth exchanges, and I think life is like a book, and those who do not travel read only the first page. It's an amazing experience that everybody should try, especially that it's free. That is one of the most amazing things. It's a free opportunity, or it can be a very low budget opportunity for less than 200 euros for yourself. You can meet people and you have free accommodation and free food for 1 week. So why wouldn't you take that chance?
And the friendship are amazing for.
Exactly.
from
You would
this.
be surprised with how many friends you left, and you never know when you'll go to a country where your friend is and you, I don't know, you meet again.
And you learn new skill.
Yes.
can use in
Besides,
future.
I think that besides the skills that we learn, I think it's the connection, the connection with the people that matters the most. And this is one reason. I think this is the main reason that I'm coming to projects, to have the connection with the people. Of course, in the end, you will not have a connection with 40 people. It's normal. But to make 2, 3, 4, 5 good friends per project, I think is really amazing. So, our dear listeners, I'm sorry, a little bit egoistic from my side. Maybe because I'm holding the phone and recording, I don't know. maybe. Hopefully you liked our podcast and we change a little bit your perspective about it. Yeah. Do you guys want to add a few last words?
Yeah, just don't think too much. Just join to Erasmus program projects.
And try yourself.
Welcome to
See
our
you.
podcast,
See ya.
created within the framework of the Youth Exchange Modern European, financed by the European Union. The topic of today is traveling in Europe and its historical and cultural context, as well as the current possibilities of traveling within the European Union. The history of traveling for cultural purposes can be traced back to the times of the ancient Greece and Rome. Many of the splendid inventors, scholars, and philosophers were, in fact, making the Western world familiar with new concepts and knowledge gained in other countries, inspired by the heritage of culture and scientific progress made by Babylonians or Persians. Many of those, including Thales or Pyrrhus, were elaborating new concepts thanks to knowledge they gained while traveling eastwards. Some centuries later, in the Roman period, it was a common custom for Romans to travel to Greece in order to gain training in rhetorics and sciences. At the same time, Amber Road leading through Poland and Silk Road leading to Far East were very profitable, and we have concrete records of trade between European cultures and about their relations with India and China. European culture during the Hellenistic period was spreading as far as to Afghanistan and India, where Greek-style statues of Buddha were found. Thanks to construction of new roads and commercial routes throughout Europe during the Pax Romana, these roads were safe from banditry and people could travel unhindered to other places in Europe. However, this was mostly for commercial purposes. After the fall of the Roman Empire and the subsequent period of Dark Ages, the banditry spread throughout Europe rapidly again, hindering the mobility of most people. Byzantine Empire was one of the few safe havens in that world. During the Middle Ages, there was no dramatic change in this situation, and most people were tied to the arable land owned by their masters. The right to move anywhere was substantially limited to your own village, and the only ones who had an opportunity to travel were nobility, or, in the case of common people, pilgrims, who traveled to saint places throughout Europe and outside. The only routes that were relatively safe from banditry were those leading to these holy places. This traveling, however, was mainly inspired by the lack of exotic spices in Europe and motivated by economic profit. The genuine form of traveling for cultural purposes became popular in the 18th century, with famous writers and artists who were mostly traveling to Italy in order to see the heritage from the ancient world, just like the heritage of Renaissance. This form of traveling was still very expensive for common people, and members of the nobility were the main ones who could enjoy this luxury. However, already in the 19th century, the development of archaeology had an impact on tourism, and already at that time, Italian cities like Rome or Naples were full of European travelers. Hello Emilia, so you, as I heard, you have an experience from Portugal. You're originally from Serbia, right?
Yeah, actually, I don't know how that happened, but I guess life led me to that place. I'm originally from Serbian, 100%, and I went to a couple Erasmus projects and before in Portugal. So I didn't actually expect that I would like Portugal that much. I mean, like I did imagine it to be a very sunny and very beautiful place, but it actually in my city it rains a lot.
Tell me, Emilia, because you're not from the European Union, Serbia is not a part of it. Was it really hard to get to Portugal?
I mean, like I did a lot of paperwork, and a lot of times I was very scared that I'm not going to get visa because the process was very long and the COVID situation. So I was very anxious about these things if they're going to approve me the visa to Portugal. So yeah, the documents are really important. Like everything has to be perfect. You have to be very organized. If you want to get visa, it's not easy.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers, Emilia. And what about you, Mikołaj? I've heard that you've been traveling a lot throughout Europe.
I didn't really travel a lot, but I have a nice experience from a travel to Italy with my family. It was several years ago. I visited northern Italy with my parents and my siblings. We used to walk through the city of a small Italian town in late afternoon. We were already very hungry, so we needed to find a place to eat. But unluckily for us, this was the time of the siesta, so most of the restaurants were already closed. After a long time of searching, we managed to find a restaurant which door wasn't closed. We asked the owners if we can eat there, and hopefully they agreed, and they prepared some food especially for us. At the same time, they were having a dinner for themselves, so we could sit next to the whole Italian family and watch the traditional Italian dinner made for the whole family. Nobody was excluded. Nobody worked at the time when they were eating. They were sitting at a common table talking about what happened during the day and laughing together, telling each other stories. It was amazing for us as tourists to be part of the normal daily habit of an Italian family. So
Minko, tell me, what is the best way to travel for you?
for me, the best way of traveling is taking part in Erasmus Plus youth exchanges. It is a great opportunity to meet wonderful people from various countries and cultures, to get familiar with their culture and discover their traditions.
Thank you everybody for your attention and see you next time at our podcast about European traveling.
Don't
Hello,
forget to hit the
everybody,
like
and welcome
and
to our
subscribe.
podcast here in Poland. So, we will talk about business, European Union, and of course, we got here two young entrepreneurs which will tell us more about their businesses. Thank you for being here, Laura and Claudia. Please tell us more about your businesses.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Alex. Thank you for inviting me here today. What I can tell you about my business is that I started it 4 years ago in my city, Suceava, Romania. My business is first of all eco-friendly. We produce notebooks made by recycled materials.
How many employees you got there?
I have around 40 employees, but 10 of them are people with disabilities. They are doing a really great job, and we are so proud of having them. Our mission is also social inclusion. The idea is to include some sort of people like with disabilities or in poverty. My opinion is that they need a chance to a normal life, and I am more than happy to help our community.
Thank you, Laura. You now we're getting close to hear what Claudia is going to tell us.
Hello, my business is actually new. I just started it. Why? Because I wanted to do something new in my city. I'm a software engineer, so I just wanted to do something that people from my city could enjoy and work, because we lack of jobs here. So what we're doing is basically we want to offer service where we can provide support for people who want to get some technical support. We also have some young people who can do specific types of software. So for my city, I think that it's a big opportunity for a lot of people to enjoy and to get technical support that we also have just in the big cities like the capital and so on.
Oh, so nice. It is very good that you made such a thing because in the European Union this is a very, very demanded domain. So, thank you for your answers. Now let's get into the next topic. Tell us more about how it is to have a business in European Union and how it works.
So to run a business in Europe means, first of all, to feel free to try something like this, because you will get all the help you need. You can access European funds which are going to help your business at the beginning. In my case, those funds didn't help me at the beginning, but they helped me during my business. They saved me like 2 years ago from closing my business. I accessed their website, and in 24 hours I had all the papers I needed online. Now everything is going really great, and I'm so lucky to be a European Union citizen.
Okay, thank you. So now let's hear the story of Claudia's business.
Well, for me it worked different because European grants actually helped me to start my business. I haven't had any money. I just graduated university, so I had to buy a license, some computers. I need some space, and some friends told me that why don't you try to apply for some European support? And I didn't know actually about this. I was no one taught us in school about this, but I was like, why not? I applied for this. They accepted my idea because I presented them all my
points and why I should do this. They were like, okay, we were gonna found you. It wasn't actually a long process, and they gave me all the support I needed, not just money, but the support I needed to find a place and find some resources. So in about 3 months, I was able to already post some in the newspaper announces for getting some jobs. Well, months later, I realized that I'm a European Union member, so why don't I have to give some opportunities for people in other countries? So I post online an announcement for getting some new people in my business, and actually some 2 people from European Union wanted to join me, and that was actually a really good opportunity for my business, because I realized that they have another knowledge, I have my knowledge, so we can work together and do something really helpful for my society. So apart from getting founded, I actually got some people who are actually some really good professionals. So there are actually 2 big advantages of starting a business in European Union, but there are actually more than those ones. But I'm just a beginner of this field, so I have to search for other opportunities that the European Union have to give me.
Oh, that's very nice. So let's go to the next subject. Well, tell us some advices for people who listen to us and who want to start a business in European Union.
Well, I'm not such an expert, but I can say that first of all, you need to be brave and open minded. So please consider what I'm saying, it's important. I believe that this is a great opportunity to have a business in Europe. I'm actually planning to expand what I have in some other cities from my country, and maybe, who knows, in other countries. So my advices for you are don't be afraid to ask for help. Feel free to share your ideas and you won't regret everything. I believe in young European people and I know how creative they are, so just give it a try.
That's a good advice, and I actually want to try it. So now let's hear what Claudia wanted to tell us. Now let's hear Claudia's advice.
Well, from my experience, it's not that hard to run and establish a new company in European Union. I mean, you have to have the knowledge to do this. I mean, you have to be a kind of expert. I mean, if you want to start an IT company as I did, you have to be a software engineer as I am. Or if you want to start a farm or something like this, you have to know something on this field, because it's kind of cheaper to be the one who knows what you have to do in order to not need anyone's support. But actually, if you want to do this, even if you don't have any knowledge in this field, you can do it, but take in your mind that you have to maybe have an expert, and they are usually paid. You also need some employees, that's actually obvious, but in European Union, the rights of employees are actually very important, so you have to know them, and you have to know that every employees have, of course, obligation, but also some rights, and it is mandatory to follow them, because everyone should be treated equally. Also, you have to know that you will probably got some granted for starting your business, but after that you will have to pay some taxes, and also some environmental standards are gonna be very strictly followed, because maybe you have some eco-friendly business as Laura have, but in my case, maybe some people can consider that my business is not so eco-friendly. Also, you have to go to the European Union sites and read all of the laws in here, because there are a lot and there are specialized on each field, because it's not the same to start a business in IT as it's if you want to start a business in I don't know, something with nature or food or anything else. So if you take your minimum knowledge about this, you will be able to start a business in European Union, and I actually encourage you to do this.
Thank you so much for being here. Sharing your stories with us, it's a very good opportunity for each one of us, because we learned a lot from you, and now we bring here another specialist who will talk about European funds.
European funds offer the chance to develop idea and materialize their whim. It is an opportunity for all age and profile. It is easy and accessible.
Special thanks to our specialist Mary, and thank you all for
hello
listening.
everyone, we are in Poland, 6th of June, and we are going to have our podcast. My name is Carlos, and I'm here with my friend Monica.
Hello, my name is Monica, and we're gonna talk about some engagement in social affairs and volunteering campaigns in EU.
Yeah, it's like that. We are going to talk about this topic a little bit controversial and difficult. So we are going to do our best. So don't judge us. First of all, maybe someone of you. Did you hear about one Erasmus program that is called in the past EVS? Did you listen about it before, Monica?
Sorry, I was not listening to you.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. I mean,
Because we have some.
yeah, don't worry, it's fine. I mean, did you listen before from the program EVS in the past?
Yeah, I already made one in Italy some years ago in a opera festival, and as well I met other volunteers there, and they are doing like building houses and giving some classes to children, and they share with us their job, what they are doing there, and they need to learn Italian as well to can work with some disability children, and was very interesting. Share that knowledge, and yeah, it was pretty fun, and you are there so much time, you start to be more engaged, and you can like immerse really in the volunteering thing.
And how many time did you spend there doing the EVS?
Was a short one, was 3 months, but could be between 2 months and 1 year, and if you did like a short one, you can do two. You can make another one again.
If I'm not wrong, it's like that. If you participate in one short-term volunteer, and you can apply to long volunteer, but it's not possible to do it in the opposite. I mean, if you start in the long term, you are not be able to do the short term. But I'm not sure. I think it's like that, but I didn't verify it about it. So
I think if you if you put if you put both projects in the maximum, both projects need to be like 12 months. You can make like one 6, another 6.
And also we need to comment that the EVS program is not longer. That it passed to have the name European Solidarity Corps. So if you want to search more info about it, you can Google it.
Yeah, they changed the name in 2018, and now.
But it's basically the same. It's basically more or less the same program as in the past. And another topic that we want to speak about it is how the workshops and the knowledge that is involved in volunteering campaigns or volunteering projects, how they affect in that case to the minorities or refugees in another countries. What is your opinion about it, Monica?
I think that kind of programs, not just volunteering, but as well all the Erasmus Plus projects, they are so much about non-formal education, and we gain some knowledge about that, and we can doing a kind of follow-up activities, and when you're gonna return to our countries, or if you go to another country making like other volunteering, you can apply that knowledge, like non-formal education, to work especially with young people, or youth people who don't speak your language, for example, and minorities like refugees and things like that. And you gain some nice tools to work and to engage that people as well.
Yeah. For example, I think that knowledge, that workshops, that maybe some of you participated in them, that when you finish the one Erasmus project, like could be a training course, could be in a youth exchange. You always learn something, and it's really important to disseminate in your local spots, in your countries. What did you learn about it, to give an awareness, I think, I don't know if it's correct, the expression, but yet to influence in other people about what do you learn, making that activities, maybe modifying to reach in another topic, and to put more the people to influencing the people more, just to get more bigger that community of Erasmus, and being more solidarities with the others. I mean, for example, you can apply your knowledge in one local workshop, that it could be include people with have less opportunities than others, or maybe in refugees, like we spoke about it. So I think it's really important that awareness, and to influence the people to get in more part in that kind of projects, in that kind of aspects. Right? What do you opinion?
And I think I was thinking about some rule we have on this project is sharing is caring, and I think we can apply this rule in our lives, because happens to me many times when I lead some workshops in non-formal education, mostly with students on university. They are teenagers mostly, and they don't know about Erasmus Plus at all, and we start talking about that, and try to put them more awareness about opportunities they have. They are just not Portuguese or whatever the country. They are more. They have Union European, and I think many people don't have that awareness, and it's a good thing when you can share with others.
Yeah, exactly. For example, we have nowadays a lot of technology, and we can use it even to make a photo in the moment and post it in the social media and show the others what kind of activities it is, that projects, because as you said, not a lot of people know about that kind of opportunities, and for sure not all the people with less opportunities know about it. And I think it's a great idea to
disseminate
to disseminate and let them to know about it, about that world, because it's really interesting, and it's for a lot of people it's really helpful, the info, the activities, and for sure the networking that you can do, because you can share know, and even you can learn about another cultures, make friends around the world. And I think it's really beautiful, and something that is not happening every day.
Yeah, you get some insights in that kind of things for life.
Exactly. So for today, we think it's enough. Thank you for your attention. And as I said, my name is Carlos.
And I'm Monica. And don't forget, sharing is caring.
Exactly. Sharing is caring, guys. See you in the next podcast.
Hello, welcome to our weekly podcast about traveling around the world. Our topic for this week is networking, having friends from different European countries. We have here our 3 guests, which will share with us their amazing stories. So, let's get to our first guest and have a lot of fun. Hi, Andrejka.
Hello.
Hi. Could you tell us listeners a little bit about your background?
Sure. My background is, I would say, kind of interesting because I was traveling in a row like 4 years now.
Wow.
So I got a lot of international experience. I was working in Europe and also out of Europe. I met many people. I visited many people from before. So yeah, let's share that.
Yeah. And when did you start it to be interesting to meet new people abroad?
Well, actually, I think this started while I was studying university because I attended many events in Prague because I live in the capital city of Czechia, Prague. So there are many expats, and I was visiting every Sunday the language exchange event. It's about like all the expats meet in one coffee shop or restaurant, and they have different tables, and each table has a flag. And the flag shows which language is talked in the table. So I was going there every week, so I actually got many friends there, and I got some opportunities to visit them in their country. And yeah, that was the start for me.
So you were meeting them outside your country?
Right? No, in Prague.
Yeah,
in that event.
The meetings were in Prague, but did you meet them after?
Yeah, some of them I met even after, because when they went back to their country, for example, and they invited me, and I was on the way, like passing their city. Of course, I stopped to visit them.
And from which country do you have most of the friends?
Well, that's hard to say. I think in Europe I would say Italy and Spain because I spent a lot of time there, and also I speak the language, so it makes it easier.
So you speak Italian?
Yes. I love languages, and I speak also French. I was very passionate to France, like when I was in the high school, but then it's just turned around to Italy and Spain. So now I focus more in those countries. I love also the food, I love the music, I love the sea and all the places. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks Andrejka for sharing your story and experiences. We will move to our next guest. Hi Donald.
Hey.
Tell our listeners a little bit about you. How did you come to have friends from different countries?
Well, I just finished high school, but the first project where I met my peers like this was around 2.5 years ago. Our head teacher was very active and helped us travel around Europe, and she told us about this project, this Erasmus project. And we went there with some of my classmates, and we are pretty nervous about this because it was our first one.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what to expect, but it was here actually in Wierzchosławice, and it went great. We had a lot of fun, and we met a group of people. We met the Lithuanian people. They were very friendly, and we became great friends very quickly. We spent a lot of time together all the evenings. And that's how we got together. And after the Erasmus project ended, we kept in touch. And
what was your best memory from this project?
You know what? Honestly, the whole thing. Those were the best 7 days of my life. I can't really say what was the best because all the activities were great. We did a lot of activities. Lots of fun stuff. We had some visits to other towns, and it was overall an amazing experience.
And this was your first time meeting so many people from outside your country, right?
Yeah, it was. I traveled around Europe for a bit, but it wasn't a group of people like this. But the thing is, afterwards we kept in touch, and we set up an exchange, exchange for a week in Lithuania with these people. We organized this ourselves, so just like 16, 17-year-old kids went to Lithuania, and we spent another week there. So that was
cool.
the result of meeting these people.
And do you have also other experiences with meeting new people abroad outside of Erasmus?
To be honest, not many. I met some people in projects like Euroscola or Ambassador School for the European Union, but we didn't stay in touch.
Yeah, I understand. It happens sometimes. Okay. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you very much.
Dana. Hi, Samuel.
Hello.
What is your experience with international people?
Well, my experience is kind of funny, and I think I'm kind of lucky that it happened to me. But it is not similar to the others guest stories, yes, because it's related to my family. It's not related to me, but it's related to my sister. She went on a project like 10 years ago, and she met there this guy, one Italian, and
she married him.
Not yet, but she's living with him now in Italy, and she was living in Canary Islands, in Slovakia with us, and now currently she's living in Italy, and on my first project there were Italians, and this is the fun part. I met one guy there that he knew the person. He knew the guy from the Italy that my sister is related to.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of funny to talk to him in this way. And my sister is like similar to Andrea, because she loves languages and she loves meeting
speaks
people.
Italian, probably.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I got an Italian boyfriend too before.
Yeah, so that's my experience, and of course I was on 3 projects already, and I love meeting new people from abroad.
In which countries you were on projects?
Just Poland. Yeah, it was all 3 Poland projects.
Yeah. What was your best memory from projects? Like one highlight, what you can
One
share.
highlight, when we stole from the kitchen the bottle of wine and drank it in the jacuzzi. That was probably the best experience.
Sounds like a fun.
Yeah.
To me. Are you visiting your sister in Italy? How many times?
I was there once, but I'm planning to do, because she's repairing the house right now and she's starting a very nice life, so I'm definitely coming to visit her.
I can imagine she was your inspiration for traveling to
Yeah,
Italy.
of course.
Okay, thank you, Samuel. Thank you very much for sharing your experiences, all of you. It was amazing to have you here, and I hope I will see you soon in future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to listeners, I believe that all that was said will inspire you to explore the possibilities of meeting new peers from different countries, and maybe be also a little bit more open-minded during your next travel. You can share your story in the comments below, and the most interesting ones will be featured on our Instagram, where you can win flying tickets for next big networking event in Germany, which is happening in July. And I also want to thank you, our sponsor, Rainer, who made it possible for us. Thanks for your time and have a great weekend.